November 1943. The Central Pacific Campaign had reached a decisive point. Tarawa was a small atoll with outsized importance to Allied planners. Japanese garrisons fortified Gilbert Islands as a bulwark. Commanders feared the atoll's airstrip would threaten future offensives toward the Marshalls. Admiral Nimitz and Marine commanders planned a concentrated amphibious assault. Intelligence was limited. Tide charts and coral reefs would shape the battle. Tarawa's lagoon and reef presented a natural obstacle. Landing craft would struggle. Marines would have to wade significant distances under fire. Japanese defenders, hardened and well-supplied, prepared interior defenses. Their position promised a bloody, close-quarters fight for any attackers who reached shore. For the Marines, Tarawa was expected to be a knife fight. Planning sought overwhelming firepower, yet uncertainties about tides and reefs would prove costly. Dawn, November 20, the invasion fleet steamed toward Betio. Ships formed lines, destroyers screening, transports bearing amphibious craft toward the atoll. Bombardment began before the landings. Naval guns and carrier planes struck Japanese positions, yet many defenses survived the pre-assault fires. At low tide, landing craft grounded on the reef. Troops disembarked into waist-deep water and coral, exposed to enemy fire with nowhere to shelter. Communications faltered as surf and reef disrupted movement. Many tanks and craft failed to reach the beach, altering assault plans almost immediately. Soldiers and Marines improvised under fire, dragging equipment across coral, forming small units to push forward, while casualties mounted fast. By midday, the initial chaos hardened into brutal contact. The island's interior defenses funneled attackers into deadly choke points near the beaches. On the beaches, fighting was immediate and intimate. Small groups assaulted pillboxes, grenades and satchel charges used at close range. Many Marines found themselves isolated behind lines of dead and wounded. Medical aid was limited, evacuation slow under constant fire. Some units reached the seawall and advanced into the atoll's interior, while others were pinned on the exposed reef, unable to move forward or back. Japanese machine guns and mortars inflicted heavy casualties. The localized intensity resembled sieges on a small scale, short, furious, and devastating. At moments, individual acts of courage cut through the chaos. Marines charging to clear a bunker or carrying comrades out of reach of fire. By nightfall, the beach was strewn with the battered remains of landing craft and the bodies of those who failed to reach the sand. When the dust settled, Tarawa had seen some of the fiercest fighting in the Pacific to that date. Casualty lists were long and stark. Approximately 200 Marines lost their lives defending the approaches and beaches. Names recorded, families informed, a nation taking measure of the cost. Survivors wrestled with trauma and grief. Commanders reviewed tactics. Amphibious doctrine would change as lessons from Tarawa were absorbed. Operational changes followed. Better pre-landing reconnaissance, revised timing for tides, and equipment modifications to improve landing craft performance. Tarawa's public reporting shocked the American public. Photographs and reports brought home the brutal reality of island warfare in vivid terms. Strategically, Tarawa opened the Gilberts to Allied control and paved the way for further operations, but the victory carried a heavy human price. Decades later, Tarawa remains a point of study. Military scholars examine the battle for its tactical lessons and its human dimensions. For families and comrades, remembrance is personal. Memorials and reunions honor those lost and preserve firsthand accounts for future generations. The phrase Alamo of the Pacific captured the intensity of the island's defense, but risks oversimplifying the broader operational realities. Honoring sacrifice means learning Tarawa influenced amphibious doctrine, equipment design, and the ethical responsibility of accurately reporting warfare's costs. Today, researchers, veterans, and descendants continue to collect testimony, ensuring that individual stories are not lost in strategic summaries. Tarawa stands as a measured reminder: tactical success can demand profound sacrifice. Remembering those 200 Marines is both duty and act of history.